What's going on, guys? My name is Ted, bringing y'all a review and some specifications on the phone for the Optimus View 2. This is a new phone by LG, and it's a very strange phone, a very interesting phone, but I want to get into some of the hardware and software specifications for this device to help give you guys a better idea of what the phone is all about and if you want to go out and buy it for yourself. So let's start off with the operating system. It runs Android 4.0.4, which is the second most recent version of Android, Android 4.0.4 or Android Ice Cream Sandwich. And it's a good operating system, but it's not quite the best. The best being Android Jelly Bean or Android 4.1. And they're supposed to get an update to Android Jelly Bean in the near future, which could mean several months from now. So don't expect the latest version of Android anytime soon, but it will upgrade to that eventually. Moving on to probably the strangest part of this entire phone is its screen size and display type. So it's running a 5-inch HD IPS display at a 4:3 aspect ratio, and this is very strange. Most phones are more rectangular. This phone's almost a square. It's a very strange aspect ratio, and the Optimus View, original Optimus View, is the same way as well. It runs a 1024 by 768 pixel resolution. This isn't a very good pixel resolution, and on such a strange device screen, it just really doesn't look very good. That's my personal opinion, I guess. Most phones are a 16:9 aspect ratio, and you're going to find, like when you're watching YouTube videos or running some of the apps, you're going to have bars. They're called letter boxes on the left and right side of your screen. It's not going to look very attractive, and it's really a strange screen type. I don't know why they would make it this type of a screen aspect ratio, but it makes the phone look bigger and bulkier, which I guess some people like, but I don't think many people do. So if you're the kind of person that likes that, I guess you can go for it, but me personally, I don't think that's very attractive. Moving on to the processor, they did not cut corners here. They bring in a 1.5 GHz Snapdragon S4 Pro processor, dual core, which is definitely good. Dual core processor is very good, and this is the same processor that's in the Galaxy S3, which is the current flagship device for American version of the Samsung Galaxy S3. So no slowness here, no speed hiccups, nothing like that. You're going to have a very smooth phone in general, and that type of a processor is not going to leave you wanting anything more, really. There are better processors, but it's still a very, very good one. This is by no means the next flagship device. This is a very good device, but it's kind of a mid-range phone. Moving on to your RAM, this is very good. It comes with 2 GB of RAM. This is what you normally see on the top-end devices. 2 GB of RAM is nothing to laugh at. If you want to go multitasking, 2 GB of RAM is more than enough to open up 50, 60 apps from 2 days ago. That's what I've noticed. Whenever I go through my phone, I've got 2 GB of RAM as well on my Galaxy S3. Whenever I close all my devices, it ends up closing like 60 applications from the last couple of days, which is a ton of apps. On my previous phone, it would be like 17 apps, and then it start force closing them in the background. With 2 GB of RAM, you get a ton of apps that can play in the background. Really, really nice. It uses a little bit of battery life extra, but it is really nice to go multitasking and not have to refresh the app, but instead it's just there waiting for you. Really, really neat. As far as the camera, the front-facing and rear-facing camera are very, very general. 8-megapixel rear-facing camera at 1080p recording resolution, which is very good, but it's standard. Moving on to the front-facing camera, you've got a 1.3-megapixel front-facing camera that records at 720p HD. Once again, very, very standard. Nothing high-end, nothing low-end about it. Just very, very standard camera. As far as your battery life, you're looking at 2,150 milliamp hours. This is good. This is average. A little bit better than I would have expected, to be honest, but considering it's a 5-inch screen, you're going to use a little bit more battery life because of the large screen. And with this type of aspect ratio, I think it is actually less pixels than normal, so I think that's going to use a little bit less of your battery life. So all in all, this should get you through a full day of battery life. You might find it getting you a little bit more or a little bit less depending on how much you use it throughout the day or how many accounts you have syncing and emails, things like that. But generally, this should be enough battery life. I don't notice it being extra low or extra high. It's just kind of an average, just like this phone in general is a very average phone. It does come NFC enabled, which is good. Most phones do come with NFC these days. NFC is near-field communications. It's kind of like when you tap your two phones together, for Android phones at least. Any current phone these days should have NFC enableability. And if you tap two phones together, you can transfer files like photos, videos, things like that. It's really, really neat, but it's kind of expected these days. As far as the cost of this device, it's around $860, which is very, very expensive. I was not expecting that kind of a price tag for this device. Unless you really, really like that 4:3 aspect ratio, which is something you won't find on very many other devices. Unless you really, really like that, I don't see a reason to buy this phone. I don't normally give negative reviews on my channel. I try to give very unbiased reviews, but I simply cannot see a reason for that kind of a price tag. That's equivalent to the price of the Galaxy Note 2, which is coming out soon. It's way more than the Galaxy S3 is right now, and in my opinion, the Galaxy S3 is a much better device, and it's been released for about 3 months now, so I don't really see the point of paying $850 for this device, but if you really, really like it, I guess you can go out there and buy it, but I just don't see the point of it. As far as the release date on this phone, it's to be announced. They haven't really announced an American version release date, However, they have already recently released it in Korea because they release all the best phones in Korea. It seems they always release phones in Korea, South Korea to be exact, because that's where a lot of them get introduced at. A lot of the manufacturing companies are over there in South Korea, so that's where they get released at normally first, and they come over here to America or to Europe, places like that. So I'm not sure the exact release date, but when it is announced, I'll probably leave it in the description below, just so check that in case maybe you're watching this a month after I make the video. Any other details I can mention is just it's a strange device, and it's very overpriced. I don't see the reason that price is so high. That's my opinion. Maybe I've missed something here. I don't think I have, but if I have, let me know down below. Maybe there's some great feature that I'm just completely not noticing about this device. Let me know whether you want to get this phone down below. I'm interested to hear your guys' opinion on this stuff. If you have any questions at all, leave them down below as well. I definitely will reply to any questions that you have out there. Hopefully clear up some of you guys' thoughts and concerns. Other than that, guys, have a great day. Be sure to subscribe if you're new to my channel, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.